Hello, and welcome to today's presentation. My name is Elvia, and I'm excited to delve into a sociological analysis of a scene from the very iconic TV show Sex and the City. In this exploration, we'll talk about the moment where the protagonist, Carrie Bradshaw, confronts the complexities of human relationships and societal expectations. So, this show, Sex and the City, is more than just a simple series about fashion and romance. It's a cultural phenomenon that offers a space for sociological examination. Through its characters and their interactions, we are presented with a fantasy world of modern urban life, ripped with themes of love, friendship, identity, and social dynamics. In today's analysis, we'll focus on a scene where Carrie finds herself in a confrontational encounter with the friends of her recent ex partner. This encounter serves as a lens through which we can explore how different sociological concepts can be applied to TV shows similar to this one. We're going to talk a little bit about self concept, emotional work, gender roles, and cultural norms. So let's immerse ourselves in this fantasy world and analyze this scene.
But, Berger broke up with me on a Post-it. Yeah, I know, as Berger's friend, you can't have a normal reaction, but just so you know, the normal reaction has been... Not that I'm going around telling everyone, just some girlfriends. You know, I'm trying to understand why someone would do that.
Well, maybe he was afraid.
Interesting, how so?
Women can get really angry.
Well, I assure you I would have been very understanding.
Right.
Excuse me?
You all say that, but then you just freak and get all psycho bitch.
Really? So now it's our fault?
All we're saying is there really is no good way to break up with someone, is there?
Well, it's funny you should mention that, Billy, because actually, there is. You can have the guts and the courtesy to tell a woman to her face that you no longer want to see her. Call me crazy, but I think that you can make a point of ending your relationship in a manner that does not include an email, a doorman, or a missing persons report. I think you could all get over your fear of looking like the bad guy and actually have the uncomfortable breakup conversation, because here's what. Avoiding that is what makes you the bad guy. And just so you know, Alan.
Andrew.
Most women aren't angry, irrational psychos. We just want an ending to a relationship that is thoughtful and decent and honors what we had together. So my point, Billy, is this. There is a good way to break up with someone, and it doesn't include a Post-it.
Oh. Okay.
Much better.
You think? We have to get out of here immediately.
Now, I will explain the concepts that appear in the video selected. Self-concept, a fundamental aspect of sociological analysis, is vividly depicted in this scene through Carrie Bradshaw's emotional journey following her breakup with Berger. As the protagonist of Sex and the City, Carrie's self-concept is clearly intertwined with her romantic relationships, and Berger's unexpected termination of their partnership profoundly impacts her perception of self. This pivotal moment prompts Carrie to confront her own worth and value, leading to a revelation of her identity and her beliefs. There's a part in the dialogue when she says, "I know as Berger friends you can't have a normal reaction, but just so you know, the normal reaction has been..." And this part illustrates her struggle to reconcile her self-concept with the reality of the breakup. Furthermore, when she says, "Most women aren't angry, irrational psychos. We just want an ending to a relationship that is thoughtful and decent," underscores her desire for closure and the need to feel dignity, highlighting the significance of self-concept in shaping interpersonal dynamics. Then we have gender roles, another clearly sociological concept that we see every day and that people, mostly women, experience. So in this scene, it clearly shows how influential the expectations placed upon Carrie as a woman navigating the aftermath of the breakup can be. In this concept, traditional gender roles dictate societal norms regarding emotional expression and behavior. This also perpetuates stereotypes that prescribe specific roles and attributes based on gender. So Carrie's emotional vulnerability is met with obviously skepticism and dismissal by her ex-partner's male friends, reflecting the enforcement of how masculinity and the devaluation of female emotional labor. For instance, there's a part when Carrie challenges the notion that women are inherently irrational. Her ex-partner friend says, "You'll say that, but then you get just all freak and psycho." And this actually shows that gender expectations and the stereotypes are usually imposed upon women to suppress or regulate their emotions. This subtle reinforcement of gender roles underscores how influential societal norms on someone's behavior and interpersonal dynamics can get to be. This scene also provides a poignant illustration of emotional expression rules, delineating the socially acceptable parameters of displaying emotions within given contexts. Carrie's initial attempts to maintain composure and conceal her emotional distress reflects the influence of societal expectations dictating appropriate emotional expression in certain social settings. However, as the conversation escalates and the tensions escalate too, Carrie's facade began to crumble, culminating in a raw and impassioned outburst that defines conventional emotional expression rules. Her declaration with "avoiding that is what makes you the bad guy" signifies a departure from prescribed emotional norms, as Carrie actually challenges the expectation of emotional restraint and conformity. This defiance underscores the complex interplay between individual agency and social constraints, highlighting the dynamic nature of emotional expression within interpersonal interactions. The next one that we have is self-control. And as we know, self-control is like having a remote control for your feelings, thoughts, and actions. It's about managing how you react to things based on what's considered okay by society and what you believe it's right. In this scene, Carrie is dealing with a big breakup, and it's clearly tough for her. She's trying really hard to keep it together, even though she's feeling a lot of emotions, like anger and clearly sadness. When she meets the friends of her ex, she puts a babe phrase, and even though she's really hurting inside, she doesn't want to cause any drama or make things more awkward. So Carrie's trying to be polite and act cool, like nothing's wrong. But as the conversation goes on, it gets harder for her to hide her true feelings. Eventually, she just can't hold it anymore, and all her emotions came pouring out. It's like trying to hold onto a balloon filled with water, and eventually it will burst. So this shows how tricky it can be to control your feelings, especially when you're going through a tough time, and that makes it harder for you to actually manage to get self-control in specific situations that will trigger your feelings. Culture, a pervasive force that shapes human behavior and interactions, and also forms every aspect of the scene, influencing the character's beliefs, values, and norms. So, culture encompasses the shared beliefs, costumes, and practices of a society, serving as a lens through which individuals interpret and navigate the social worlds. In this scene in particular, Carrie's interactions with her ex-partner's friends are clearly showing the cultural nuances that reflect broader societal norms and expectations. The portrayal of gender roles, for instance, is deeply rooted in cultural conventions that prescribe specific behaviors and attributes based on gender. So Carrie's struggle to conform to these gender expectations highlight the influence of cultural norms on individual behaviors and also on identity formation. Furthermore, the cultural context of contemporary New York City can also serve as a backdrop for the characters' interactions, shaping their attitudes and their perceptions in subtle yet profound ways. As Carrie actually grapples with the fallout of her breakup, she is inevitably influenced by the cultural rule in which she resides, underscoring how supposedly culture and individual experiences are always shaping the social dynamics that we constantly live on. We also have impression management, which is a key aspect of social interaction. And this is actually intricately woven into Carrie's interaction with her ex partner friends. And impression management refers to the conscious or subconscious process through which individuals can manipulate their appearance, behavior, and communication to shape others' perceptions of them. Throughout the scene, Carrie engages in impression management as she presents herself in front of her ex partner's friends, seeking to control the impressions they can form of her. Her initial attempts to maintain composure and conceal her emotions serve as a form of impression management, as she endeavors to project an image of strength and resilience in the face of adversity. However, as the conversation escalates and tensions mount, Carrie's carefully crafted facade actually begins to crumble, revealing her raw and unfiltered emotions. This breakdown of impression management actually reflects the inherent challenges of maintaining a consistent and controlled image in the midst of intense emotional turmoil. Ultimately, impression management actually serves as a crucial mechanism through which individuals navigate social interactions and manage the impression they leave on others. In conclusion, Carrie's journey is actually the epitome of the struggle to reconcile personal desires with societal expectations. Her quest for closure and dignity in the aftermath of her breakup with Berger underscores the importance of self respect and agency in navigating interpersonal conflicts. Furthermore, the scene serves as a poignant commentary on gender roles and emotional expression, highlighting the double standards and societal pressures faced by women in asserting their emotions. Moreover, Carrie's impassioned plea for a thoughtful and decent breakup reflects a broader critique in modern dating norms and the prevalence of interpersonal communication methods. So, by advocating for face to face communication and emotional honesty, she's actually challenging the status quo and advocating for more meaningful and respectful relationships. Thank you so much for watching my presentation, and hopefully, you had some fun.